Okay, hello people, welcome to the Foundation Infrastructure Working Group. Let's dive right in. There are PRs to review. Actually, are there any topics people want to discuss before we dive into reviewing pull requests?
I have nothing.
Okay. Felix, were you gonna say something? Saw you moved your mic.
No, I opened the PR earlier, but I think we will get
Okay.
across it when we discuss the PR. So yeah, nothing before that.
Yeah, so this is a change related to the minded overlays. I see Ramon already gave a review. I also have a bit of context on that. Why was this change made? Ramon, do you know that?
Oh yeah, that so this is for the fixture that was not, we accepted the PR, but the fixture was not
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
done. So he did that as well.
Yeah.
My mistake, because I accepted the PR without double checking.
This looks good. Oh, actually. Approve. I can merge that one.
So yeah, this, you know what this does, right? For this, and you know
Yeah,
the
we
story
looked
behind
into
it.
that.
You know
Yeah,
the
I
story
read it.
behind it. Okay.
Yeah, I looked into it. Or I read this and we also came across that. We had some issues with when we were pairing on that, right?
Yeah. There's so much activity now.
Yeah, everybody cares about it again, which is nice.
Yeah, I had some sent some updates to the working groups which use bootloader to update.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, let's wait for the review. I don't have a strong opinion here. Do you want to look at it as well, Ramon?
Yeah, I can take a look at it. Can you show me the file change? It's like,
They are just adding an additional variable with a default,
yeah,
which is totally
I'm-
internal to the AWS one.
I'm fine with it.
Maybe you can also submit an approval.
Yeah, I will. We'll do so now.
Is this your PR, Felix, or was there another one in a different area?
Yeah, in Bosch Agent.
Bosch
So
Agent.
this
There's
one was done by a colleague of mine regarding the Azure templates. He and I, we worked a couple of days on this because
Yeah.
the Azure templates aren't working at the moment. So this should be some of the changes that have to be done in order to comply with the new version spec.
Okay.
I believe he was testing it on Linux. Today I was testing it on macOS yesterday, and everything seems to be working fine.
Yeah, we don't have actual tests
Testing
for
for
it
Azure.
now, but
So in the pipeline, we are not testing Azure at the moment, which
Yeah.
is why this.
could you also, if there are patches for Azure, if you can go through them as well? There should only be like a few patches for it, I think.
Yeah, there are, I think, 4 or 5 patches. We could go through them, and but I
Yeah,
don't.
just add them in one go, because then I now need to do also some patches for AWS and GCP,
Yeah.
because it's to take care of that.
I'll go and take a look. I'm not sure if we'll be able to test them. So these changes we've tested on our infrastructure as well as the trial account. I'll see regarding the patches if we can test them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go through.
it's probably some small changes anyway. So
Yeah, I think so. It was just a few files as far as I saw regarding the patches. Okay, we'll look into it and I'll tell him to update the, or you can just put a comment over there.
yeah, awesome.
I'll
Good
give
job,
him a
man.
heads up.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem.
really appreciate it. Evelyn, what's your GitHub username?
Ivo4C3 Denise. IVO
IVO
41
4311
4311 4311.
4311.
Yeah, I haven't made any commits yet, so that's probably why it's not showing here.
It's the planned patches, right?
Yeah. We had to make our own plant patch in order to deploy on our infrastructure at SAP. So that will be coming in a future PR. We decided to separate the two things so it doesn't get too cluttered, too many features. But we'll take a look at the others first.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that. Okay. This one did you already? Yes. Merged. Sorry for that. Okay, let's go over the issues. Oh, there's already some discussion. Oh wait, what was this in inbox? Yeah, this was an inbox. Okay. And assign the label then.
This is about create env. When you Find the properties on the cloud, Bobtail properties under the cloud provider.
Yes, Ange replied 20 minutes ago, so he's not now going to test it. So you can skip this till next week.
Yeah, okay, so this can be in discussion.
Yeah, most probably. It's
I also saw
can
there
be-
was a PR from you, beyond in the Bosch deployment, right? Around
Yeah.
related to this.
sort
I
of,
merged that.
yeah, so that people are not confused where they should define the Bobtail properties yet. Yeah, now.
Fails on GCP. But that should be tested, right? So
This is a patch that they use extra, and those this is like a patch that I never used. And then here's apparently in their pipeline they're using this patch, and then the other guy was saying like, why do we even need this patch? And there's a whole discussion going on in the other working group. And I said, well, the README says it replaces the normal load balancer with a regional load balancer. So instead of a global load balancer, it's going to use a regional load balancer, which then is just like some kind of a TCP load balancer. Probably
yeah, so
needed
that
something.
plan patch just needs to be updated then, right?
Yeah, this just needs to be updated to the new Terraform ones. We need to go over all these basically.
Yeah.
I also think it's maybe a good idea to put those, but that will break everything. To make for a folder for each IaaS, because now it's just in the folder name. It's now in the patch folder name. It's now if it's for AWS or GCP. And sometimes it's in the middle, and sometimes it's at the end, and sometimes at the beginning. So there's
that's not ideal. But also I don't know if it's worth to change that, like breaking.
Yeah, the problem with patches is that we accepted them like it was all community provided those patches. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a PR here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has it been fixed or released already? Has a fix been released already? Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. But I can. Yeah, we can hear you. It's again the mode where.
No, but there's no new release yet.
No, it doesn't look like.
So this one can stay in prioritize. Great discussions.
Yes, I don't feel like it will bring any value, and it's not backward compatible. Change to dash force.
Yeah, because force doesn't actually mean def release, right? Bosch create release creates a def
Yeah,
release always, unless you do final.
At the beginning, I think it was a confusion what dash force does.
Yeah.
It has been clarified in the middle of the discussions. And, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the only issue seems like the force in combination with final, which is a bit of an anti-pattern. But I think actually like one of the we in VMware have a really dirty tool, which is basically a generator that generates. So for people that want to just ship an application, a CF application, and don't care about the Bosch release, right? So they just want a Bosch release, like an ephemeral Bosch release that pushes a CF application.
Yeah.
I think that uses something like that. So I think it would also be quite a big breaking change to get rid of it and not worth it. And it's done for good reasons, right? So I think I'm gonna close this discussion. Yeah.
We have our fun, and you want to stop that.
I mean, it's
Okay.
going nowhere.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. What's the status on this one? The Azure Blob Store support. Oh, the directory development is being done. That's still something that's being worked on?
I think so. I didn't check with Matthias, but maybe Felix knows something.
I'm not aware of this.
Yeah, I will check with Matthias. But I think it is still worked on. Yeah.
That's the last date. Yeah, let's leave it open for a bit. Oh, wait, I can actually just come down. Okay. Wait, I didn't want to close that. Did we reach a conclusion on this one? Hmm. So is that where we started with the versioning? I thought we started at 0 dot something.
Yeah, should be 0 something.
So I'm wondering if this was like one of the previous attempts at like making a bionic stem cell. Right, so when we started the
Yeah.
bionic work, the reason or the, I don't know, it's not as recent anymore, but like there have been like I believe 3 different iterations on the
No, but,
bionic stem cell.
this is probably where we still use the Pivotal AWS account,
Yeah,
and probably they had those regions enabled. And
yeah,
what
but
we
we
still
don't
do,
have, but we don't have it for the Xenial stem cell, I believe, which
yeah,
I
that's a
also
bit weird.
believe I looked at that. So, and also I don't think the demand of like, so if one person is asking for this, I don't think that justifies the cost of adding this additional zone. We need a bit more people.
Maybe we can ask about the reason he wants to have it because generate costs. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's behind too many companies. I don't know. So
Yeah.
how to get a feeling what is the use case?
Yeah. I know that maybe it's not as easy on AWS, but it still can be done if you do the create and from a VM.
Heavy stem cell doesn't work on AWS.
It does.
Only if you already have a director. If you do both create env, it will not work.
I believe so if you do it from a VM, right? So if you create a VM and then from that VM do a wash create env. So it is a bit of an inception problem.
But why doesn't it work then with, for example, for bootloader where we have when we do it via Jumpbox?
Because the jump box with bootloader is also created with Bosch create env.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yes.
Yes, well, you're fucked basically.
I mean, yeah, it's not ideal, but it is doable, right? So that's why I like to understand the demand in that region. I don't know if that person has an answer, but let's see. What else? Yeah, I mean, we have waited a week and gonna close this now. Can be reopened. Close. Well, I will ping Connie to Slack. And now we're full circle. Okay. Anything else people want to discuss?
I also opened the one issue for the Bosch agent. I don't know why it's not showing up here. I just opened it, I don't know, maybe like an hour ago.
Oh, then the sync is still probably not, has not run.
Yeah, this might look familiar to Ramon, this issue.
Mhm.
Yeah, so actually we had some internal issues on Ali Cloud, and while checking the other cloud providers, I now also found that this issue also exists for AWS. So it is about, yeah, as the title says, device path resolution.
Yeah, we already
timeout.
fixed something in the agent, right? Which should
Exactly.
be,
Yeah. Yeah. You removed like the disk ID was cut off before.
yes.
Yeah, and that is the first part to the fix, and now we have also created this PR because still it cannot find the disks by ID because it's looking for the wrong ID.
Okay. Well, yeah, we just go over this PR then. And,
Yeah.
did you wrote a test for it or?
We adapted the test.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it makes sense to adapt them some more. But yeah, for now they are
Why are now?
green again.
Why is now fake gone from the? I don't understand it.
Because as you can see, we cut everything off before the, I'd say, hyphen character for this disk ID, because AWS as well as Ali, they have this disk ID that has this hyphen character in it, but the symlink in this dev disk by ID folder, it does not have this. The hyphen character for AWS and for Ali, it's everything before that hyphen character. So we just thought, okay, we can just remove it, and then we just really have the this number that they provide, and we check for that. So yeah, maybe it gets a bit more clear in the issue.
But I'm like not seeing how this behavior is tested with this test, but maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, I just adapted the existing test, so I did not create a new one because I just did it some minutes before this meeting. Yeah, as I said, I think the tests are not perfect for this scenario. Maybe we should, or I will create some more.
Yeah, to test the intended, like, have something that represents what the case that you are encountering, right?
Yes,
AliCloud.
yes. Yeah.
So there looks like there are no tests if dash is missing in the ID.
Sorry, if
a dash is missing in the disk ID.
If it's missing, then it should just take the disk ID as it is. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, there are no tests
Yes,
for that.
yes, there are no tests. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Anything else people want to discuss?
No, I don't.
Okay. Thanks all for attending, and have a nice weekend. Although there's still like a whole day of work, but
See you guys next week.
yeah, see you all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, bye bye.
Bye.